So we're sitting here live with Donald Trump's right-hand man, George Ross. And George basically has been Donald's _1 advisor for the last 40 years and his real estate.
Well, I don't know. I was the #1 advisor for 40 years. I've been, he may have other people that do more or what have you, but I've certainly been up there in the top echelon.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I was very privileged to share a game of golf with you on Thursday.
No, if you saw my golf, you were not privileged.
But no, you gave me some fantastic insights while we were on the golf cart, and I really wanted to share that with our investors. And one of the things that you said to me that I think is so important is the importance of partners. In terms of when you're actually dealing with people, you mentioned this morning, in terms of when you're investing internationally, Donald Trump always deals with a local partner. How important are partners when you're doing real estate deals?
They're very important. Because that's if they're not the same as you. If they're the same as you, they are very little value. If on the other hand they have something to offer that you don't have, and necessarily it's not necessarily money, but some insight or things, that they're good. So now you have two people or two groups that can add more and always worth more than one, because the tendency is that any one person looks at it their view and they don't see the other viewpoint. If you have somebody that comes up with a different viewpoint, at least you have something to listen to. That's why Donald listens to me. I have a different viewpoint. I'm not involved with it. I'm not a part of his deals at this point. I can give him an unvarnished opinion and say, this is what I think, and he knows I'm not just a yes man. He can take it or not, but it's important to have somebody, like to have a coach or somebody that you can go to that will look at what you're doing in an impartial manner. But if that's your partner, fine.
But with regards to international investment, you said this morning that it's vital to have someone on the ground, otherwise you're pretty much destined for failure.
You're not.
If you're investing internationally.
I didn't say pretty much, I said destined.
Destined for failure.
But you can't. The economies are different, the customers are different, the people are different, and you can't possibly understand what's going on in a different culture if you're not there on a regular basis. The ones that are there on a regular basis, if you trust them and you partner with them, you're going to be all right.
For us sitting here in South Africa, we all know about the American economy, we know about the banking crisis, the debt in the American economy. How sustainable is the American property recovery in terms of where it's going with regards to the banks and everything else that's happening in America?
It's getting much better and will only improve. The banks are sitting on a pile of money, and now they're going to have to figure out where they're going to put it. And once the banks decide they're going to go back into making loans, which is what their business was, then everything is going to be fine. And it has improved. The economy is, and again, perception becomes the reality. People think it's better, so they'll spend more money. They tell people need housing, they say now's the time to buy. So everything is on the upside, in spite of the fact that you got all the debt and everything else. And that will ultimately will get resolved. But if people think there's an improvement or a particular area is one for growth, that it will do that. That follows, because it always follows after. By the time they think it's going to happen, it's already happening, and then it's beyond it. Somebody says, "I should have known that earlier." You just was there. You just never focused.
Tell me, what markets would you suggest are the better markets in America at the moment?
That's the question's too broad. Okay. But I can't say the better market. There's no such thing better market. Depends on what you want to buy and where you want to buy it.
So
how much money you got?
I'm currently investing in New York, Atlanta, Memphis. What are your thoughts on that?
When you say New York, Atlanta, Memphis, I love all three.
Okay.
If you said you want to invest in Dallas, I would say no. This has got too far to come back. So you pick three cities which are on the uptick, and they have the economy and they have the people and so forth. That's fine. I think that's great. And when you're in there, you should get a lesser return because you're dealing with something much more substantial. If you want to go basically to Albuquerque or somewhere else out there where they have severe, if you want to go to Las Vegas, it's got big problems. So at that point, you've got to get a better return, and then I would say, well, it's up to you. If you've got the stomach for it, go do it.
Lastly, George, we've got a challenge in our country. Our rand has lost 21% since the 1st of January. What are your thoughts for investors with regards to investing, locally, and the fact that their wealth is being eroded so quickly, in terms of what's happening with our rand fluctuations?
Yeah, but the economy, as far as dollars are concerned, it's always going to change. And it changed drastically. Yes, it'll settle out. But now you should be attracting many foreign dollars because the rand is way down. So now the dollar goes further. If the dollar goes further at that point, and you got a good economy that's on its way up, it looks like it's way up, but people that are certainly improving their stature, improving the economy, that's the time investors would go in. And the one, because everybody thinks that's the time to get out. So the smart ones and the intelligent ones that take the risk say, that's where I want to be because it's happening. it'll level out. And over a period of time, the fact that it went down, and they look and say, I've lost, well, you haven't lost anything. But until you, if you had rand, at this point you say, I want to convert them into dollars, and you want to do it now when the rand is at a low, that's up to you. But other than that, it's mental. And as long as you say, fine, what if you need any more to live? No. The costs will achieve itself. So if you want a particular product and it costs you 1,000 rand, and now the rand has gone down, so maybe it costs you 1,200 or 1,400. So what?
So it all comes back to the investment at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
George, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and I love learning from people who've got so much experience. So thank you very much. Cheers.
My pleasure.
Cheers.